pay to play. At what degree do you think or assume that all men pay to play? What are your stands? What are your take? What do you think? What are your perspective? Do you think so, or do you think it's just, societal saying, or the manosphere stating that all men do pay to play? What do Rose think? What do I think? To me, I would say yes and no. Okay, yes and no, depending on the nature of the relationship that this man has with this particular woman. Okay, no, if the relationship has basis and merit, meaning that if it's within a consensual relationship. Oh my God, let's get off these. The basis of the relationship is defined, okay? It's defined and it is accepted by societal norms, meaning that if you guys are in a committed relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband and wife, a lot of varieties of relationship that is considered consensual. I would say no, you're not paying to play. Everything you're doing, to me, I view it as a kind of gesture, okay? But I'm sure the manosphere is going to say, well, that is simp. They are simping. I'm like, well, I don't think so. I feel as if men that know how to take a woman are rare these days because of all these statements that are being made by people that are, closeted to hate women, meaning the low-key hate women. They don't like women, right? So therefore, why would their perspective matter? It wouldn't, because they don't even know what a healthy relationship look like. So I'm here by saying that yes and no, okay? Because I don't want men that genuinely are kind and want to show up for their wives or girlfriend or their woman, depending on whatever relationship you find yourself in. I don't want them to be deterred to make a kind gesture to those women without these societal critics or the naysayers stating that they're simping, okay? If they don't do it, they will not get laid. I'm like, nah, that is not the case, okay? You may do it in a relationship, get laid and not get laid. So there isn't, for me, I'm like, if the relationship has merit, there isn't any defining factor of when you should get laid, depending on what you do. Do you understand? It's all about, you two, who are in this relationship come to a mutual agreement and understanding of each other. Being kind doesn't signify paying to play. I don't view that. And no, if you give a woman what she likes, it doesn't guarantee you getting laid within a normal relationship. Do you understand? I want these men to understand that just because you gifted her a Rolex, okay, if you have money like that, that doesn't guarantee, okay, she needs to, drop it like a heart. No one is dropping anywhere here like a heart. As a matter of fact, zip it up like a heart. Zip it up, okay? Zip it up. Honestly speaking, it's like, just zip it up like a heart too. Shade indeed, of course, pun intended. Zip it up like a heart. How about that? Now you're speaking my language. Zip it up, man. So therefore, it's like, how you call it? Kind of gesture within a relationship doesn't signify your behind is going to get laid. Men has it very twisted these days, whereby the expectation is like, okay, if I do this for you, maybe you need to drop it like a heart for me. I'm like, that is not the basis. That shouldn't be the case. And I know there's a lot of messed up men that exist within this society of ours, and their mindset is so far gone. They cannot differentiate between genuine gesture and a gesture that is transactional. And for me, I view those type of gesture, relationship as transactional, okay? Yes, you are paying to get laid. Sorry, I didn't even see this thing happen. You see how much I'm focused when I'm driving? Now you see, this thing just went left. left ear and my behind is here, talking. So therefore, it's like how you call it. So what did I say? Yeah, it is considered transactional if your relationship is based off give and take. Give me this, I give me that. Oh, you do this, I'll do that. Until you do this, you don't got on. It's like, what is happening? Yeah, exactly my question. What is happening? Okay, I want to put on some hand lotion, but I'm going to the gym. When I go, I will wash my hands before I get on the rack and wash my hands prior to leaving. So what does it matter? Why would I wash my lotion? Anyway, wash your hands. You're welcome. So therefore, it's like how you call it. Yeah, it's definitely transitional if it is a give and take, a relationship whereby the woman doesn't pay attention to you, except for the only time she pays attention to you is when you give her something big. When you do this for her, I'm like, you're in the wrong relationship, okay? This is definitely, what is called pay to play, because it's like, how come you don't get attention from her when you are not gifting her? You constantly have to be gifting in order for you to get the smallest attention. You kidding me? It's definitely transactional, okay? There isn't love in this, okay? Love has nothing to do with this type of transitional relationship. Everything is in the putting. Whereby the woman, she is requiring to be compensated based on I'm hereby stating that the services that she is giving you, even though it's not written in black and white that these are the services, or it's not written in black and white that she is selling coochie. That's definitely what it is, to be honestly. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Someone is selling coochie. How about that? It's like, yeah, someone is definitely selling coochie. So that's all. Yeah, and someone is definitely paying for the coochie. Unknowingly, of course. Because people like to act naive, especially these desperate men. When a man is desperate, he come across as very naive. Like, you didn't know. In his mind, like, I was just being kind. It could be justifiable that, alright, you were just being kind. But at what point didn't you realize that you were being used by this woman? At what point did you realize that the only time she pays attention to you, or the only time she performs, what the heck? She performs ultimately, okay, or the only time she performs to the T, whereby she give it, I wanted to say both sides. And my mind is like both sides. What are we talking about? I'm lost too. I'm so sorry. I didn't intend to say it, but she give it. Oh my god. Alright. Time out. The only time she gives it to you like it hot. How about that? That's more formal instead of getting all those dirty, stupid stuff. The only time she gives it to you like a heart is when you give her some monetary, some gift, something, and you are left like, you still don't feel stupid. Yeah, that is definitely paying to play, and you know it, but you have convinced yourself that this is not a pay to play. This is a loving relationship. I cannot convince you otherwise, because apparently you are a dummy. You are the biggest dummy in what? Yeah, the biggest dummy in Babylon. Simple as that. Because how come you're behind? They don't know you were going to use. Oh my God. Women we have ways of using men. Sometimes once we know your vulnerability, we can take advantage of that. And you have to be smart, especially with this generation whereby everything is superficial. These women don't want to belong. Like, okay, they want to be seen as mighty. Oh, I belong to the highest class. I did that guy with how you call it, 6 figures and things like 7 figures. They want to be associated with all these terminologies and societal standards that they have set among themselves. and forgot moral. So therefore, it's like pay to play doesn't apply to every man. Paying to play has its limit. Paying to play has its circumstances. My critical mind is going to say that unfortunately, some men, they don't have a way out of this. They will pay to play for the rest of their lives, and that the circumstances might differ. So I will make a video some other time discussing the type of men that will not escape this dilemma of paying to play for the rest of their lives, and what placed them in this type of predicament. So we shall cover that in my next video.